Yeah, no, I think that I would have to say that I woke up much cleaner thinking and ready to go out and exercise, or start looking at my various emails that had come in throughout the evening, and get back to work. The other thing also I noticed is that in the before I did the sessions, that I'd go to sleep later and later. It was probably more often 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd end up going back up and working for a few hours. And I had more of a tendency now that I was looking forward to that sleep. So usually it was by 11:30 I was going to bed, so a much earlier hour for me, and going then into a nice deep sleep for many, many hours. I had an anxiety buildup that was coming out from just the overall stress of the economic decline in the marketplace, massive losses to my retirement funds that had been set aside for years. The frustration of seeing a lot of my clients and friends being wiped out financially in so many different areas, and the stress that was coming through across the entire environment was affecting me both as far as my deep quality of sleep and the anxiety stress level I had as far as just staying in a very mellow, calm place and being able to react to things at that point. So that was my initial attraction to seeing what the David sleep recovery training and neurofeedback systems would help. And through that process of going into it, I had an almost immediate benefit of really taking my entire life into a much mellower place, a place where it was an opportunity to just stay kind of calm and not react. Not have to engage either with my wife or my clients, or a general crazy person on the street. I'm not really a big horn blower in a car, but there's enough people. It seems their stress levels were coming up that when people turn around, they turn a quarter on you, run a red light, and then they flip you off. You just go, what the hell's going on in the world? Just letting it roll, just letting it slide off you like water off a duck's back, and that was really kind of the goal for me, and it certainly happened. David's sleep recovery training really put me into a much more calm and mellow place. Well, I would have to say that I was certainly on the work side. The stress factors were building up, and it was really perhaps I was having communication issues with some of my clients, or maybe the anxiety of trying to build some of that sales process and the interrelationships with people who were coming up. And that was probably my biggest concern at that time, was getting control back over that sales process with the various professionals that I'm involved with. And through my interface with doing the neurofeedback, I was able to experience really kind of it was just more a little bit of a calming sensation within me. And that allowed me to I guess really kind of become more introspective or more relaxed in my presentation flow, and it became a little bit more natural. And I would say at least I guess that was the impact of it, because it seems like every time I've done a series of sessions, that I've had a spike in my overall sales results. I must say, I even just for the fun of it, I walked into I saw while I was walking around one day in one of the offices in Newport Beach, and I saw someone who was doing some neurofeedback, so I walked up and talked to that particular trainer as well, and didn't get anywhere near the vibe that it would be a great experience in this particular environment that this individual was working out of, or from the person himself. It seemed much more opportunistic. So, I will say that I can see where I think David does a very professional, mature, and loving approach to helping people out with their issues that are so impactful in their lives.